You're rushing through the terminal, heart racing as you watch your connecting flight take off without you. A missed connection flight is every traveler's nightmare. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to ruin your trip. With the right approach and preparation, you can handle this stressful situation like a pro. In this guide, we'll walk you through exactly what to do when you have a missed connection flight, how to avoid the problem in the first place, and insider tips to make the most of a less-than-ideal situation. At this point, you're probably at the airport, running through the terminal like you're in an action movie, heart pounding, sweat dripping, only to arrive at your gate and see your connecting flight taxiing away. Ouch! Missing a connecting flight is one of those things that can send even the most chill traveler into full-blown panic mode. But guess what? You're going to survive. Yes, even if your vacation plans now seem like they're hanging by a thread. With a little know-how, a deep breath, and maybe some creative thinking, you can bounce back and get your trip back on track. Now, let's look at why people miss their connecting flights. A missed connection flight happens for a variety of reasons, and so it is important to identify the cause. Delayed inbound flights, short layover times, unexpected gate changes, long security lines, weather disruptions. Knowing the cause of your missed connection flight can help you explain the situation to airline staff and understand your options. Yes, the first thing is to not panic. Instead, you should always stay calm. Panicking won't help, but a clear head will. Take a moment to breathe and gather your thoughts. Missing a flight feels like the end of the world, but it's not. Flights get missed all the time. Delayed planes, short layovers, security lines that move slower than molasses. It happens. Freaking out will only make it harder to think straight. Instead, take a moment to regroup. Yes, the plane left without you. Yes, it's frustrating, but now you're going to figure out what's next, step by step. I bet you are wondering if you are owed any form of compensation. Depending on where you are and the airline you're flying with, you may have rights to compensation or assistance. In the United States, airlines are not legally required to compensate passengers for missed connections caused by delays, but they often provide solutions as a goodwill gesture. If the airline is at fault, like mechanical issues, you may be eligible for rebooking, meal vouchers, or even hotel accommodations. In the European Union, under EU Regulation 261/2004, you may be entitled to compensation if your delay exceeds 3 hours and the cause was within the airline's control. Don't be shy about asking. The worst they can say is no, and the best-case scenario, a free meal or a cozy bed for the night. It is time to speak to the right person so you can get the right solutions. Here's the thing, the airline doesn't want you stuck any more than you do. So, your first move? Find an airline desk. Many airports have customer service desks near the gates or in the terminal. They're the people who can help rebook you, put you on standby, or even suggest another route. Pro tip. If there is a long line at the airline desk while you are waiting, contact your airline directly by phone or via their social media account. Always try to get in the line quickly. If others on your flight also miss their connection, act fast to secure a place in line. I cannot stress enough the importance of being polite. Airline staff deal with stressed travelers all day. A calm and courteous approach can go a long way. Know your rights. Research the airline's policies beforehand. Depending on the cause of the missed connection flight, you might be entitled to financial compensation or rebooking at no extra cost. Be sure to notify family and friends of the situation. Pro tip. Be sure to have your flight details, booking confirmation, and personal identification in hand, ready to answer any pertinent questions. If you have elite airline status, you may be given more options than the economy flyer with less status. Check your travel insurance policy, if you have one, to see if you have the appropriate coverage. Many of these companies cover missed connections, and so that is why I highly recommend having travel insurance. If you don't have one, a link is in the description to get more information. Now here's a little secret. Being kind goes a long way. The person behind the desk has likely dealt with angry passengers all day, so if you approach them politely, they might go the extra mile for you. Plus, they'll probably have all the info you need to get moving again. This is the time when you have to get creative. While the airline staff is working their magic, you can get creative with your options. Pull out your phone and start looking for other flights. Sometimes you can find an alternate route that's even faster. Don't be afraid to ask about partner airlines or nearby airports either. Many airlines have partnerships that allow you to switch carriers. Ask about standby. If your flight is fully booked, ask if you can be placed on standby for the next available flight. Consider nearby airports. Sometimes flying into a nearby city and taking a train or bus to your final destination is faster. Here is a pro tip. Use flight tracker apps such as FlightAware or Skyscanner to find alternate routes in real time. Also, if you can catch a train or bus to your final destination, you might save hours. You are probably wondering now, what happens if you are stuck at the airport for hours on end? Long waits are the worst. But hey, if you're going to be stuck, you might as well make the best of it, right? Some airports have pretty cool amenities, spas, art exhibits, even indoor gardens. You could also grab a bite, find a quiet spot to chill, or catch up on a good book. And here's a pro tip. If you have a credit card that gets you into airport lounges, use it. Free snacks, comfy chairs, and Wi-Fi? Yes, please. For missed connection flights, use your downtime very wisely. If you have a long wait for your next flight, make the most of your time. Catch up on work or reading. And again, you can use airport lounges or quiet areas to focus. Explore the airport. Many international hubs have attractions like art exhibits, spas, and even indoor gardens. Plan your next steps. Use the time to book accommodations or research your destination. Here is another pro tip. As mentioned previously, some credit cards offer complimentary access to airport lounges, which can be a lifesaver during long delays. And what do you do if you are still at the airport until morning? Okay, so let's say there's no way around it. You could be spending the night at the airport. First of all, check if the airline can hook you up with a hotel voucher. If not, it's time to get resourceful. There are apps like Hotels.com or Booking.com that can help you find a last-minute deal. Sometimes rebooking isn't possible until the next day. If this happens, ask for accommodations. Some airlines provide their hotel vouchers for overnight delays. Find a nearby hotel using apps like Hotels.com or Booking.com for last-minute deals. Stay comfortable. If hotels aren't an option, airports often have designated rest areas. And if all else fails, make yourself as comfy as possible in the airport. Make use of any designated rest areas with chairs that recline, or even little pods where you can crash. It's not ideal, but hey, it's better than sleeping on the floor. Wait 1 minute. What happens to your luggage? The million-dollar question. What happens to your luggage when you miss your flight? Well, here's the deal. It depends. If your bags were checked through to your final destination, there's a good chance they're on their merry way without you. Airlines typically load checked luggage onto the next available flight to your destination, even if you're not on it. This means your bags might beat you to your destination, or they could end up waiting in baggage claim for you to catch up. But here's the catch. If your connection involves switching airlines, things can get a little tricky. Some airlines don't automatically transfer bags between carriers, which means you'll need to check with both airlines to see where your luggage is and how to retrieve it. Let's look at lessons for next time, which means don't let this happen again. Now, I know you didn't plan to miss your connection, but there are a few things you can do to avoid this mess in the future. First, always aim for longer layovers. Yes, waiting around at the airport isn't fun, but it's better than sprinting for your gate. Second, always keep the essentials in your carry-on. A toothbrush, a phone charger, a change of clothes. These little things will save your sanity if you're stuck overnight. And third, keep an eye on your flights with an app that sends real-time updates. Of course, you should know that your loved ones may be worried about you, so remember to stay connected. Communication is key during travel disruptions. Keep these handy because you are going to need them. And that is airline apps. These provide updates on gate changes, delays, and rebooking options. Portable chargers. A dead phone is the last thing you need during a missed connection. Travel insurance info. If you purchase travel insurance, contact them for assistance. Yes, there is a silver lining. Missing a flight is a pain, but you know what? It's also a great story to tell later. You'll laugh about the time you were this close to making it and ended up exploring the world's weirdest airport gift shop instead. Traveling isn't always smooth sailing, but that's part of the adventure. And the more you know, the better prepared you'll be the next time something doesn't go as planned. So, chin up. You've got this. And the next time you're booking flights, remember these tips so you can avoid missing a connection altogether. The goal is to have a better experience so you catch your flights on time. Your experience should teach you to take measures to prevent this from happening in the future. Book smarter by choosing longer layovers. A 1 to 2 hour layover might be tempting, but it leaves little room for delays. Opt for 3 or more hours when possible. Avoid the last flight of the day. Earlier flights give you more rebooking options if something goes wrong. Stay alert and monitor your flight. Use apps to track delays or gate changes. Arrive early. Always allow extra time for security and unexpected delays. Pack strategically. I can't say this enough, and I am going to say it again. Keep essentials like toiletries, chargers, and a change of clothes in your carry-on in case your checked luggage doesn't make it to your destination. A missed connection flight can be a major inconvenience, but it doesn't have to derail your entire trip. So, let's recap. By staying calm, knowing your rights, and using the strategies outlined here, you can navigate the situation with confidence and even turn it into an opportunity to explore or relax. The next time you're traveling, keep these tips in mind and remember, every traveler faces hiccups, but it's how you handle them that makes all the difference. Have you ever missed a connection flight? Share your experience and tips with us in the comment section below any of the videos on our channel. But first, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Please visit the links provided in the description and the YouTube shopping area below the video. Anything you purchase will help to support the channel. Thanks in advance. Check out our main website. Visit our blogs for more travel tips and tricks. And remember to get travel insurance. All the links are in the description. Until next time, safe travels.